Hi! Did you see this? This was the electric power of the very simple electronic project channel. Yes, almost every light is flickering. Not all the time, just a couple of hours per day. Better this than a blackout, one can say. Still, this is annoying. As I said, almost every light, but there is a LED light that doesn't flicker much. The difference is in the driver circuit, of course, but the main reason is inside of circuit, the bigger built-in capacitor. The LEDs like DC power, and we have AC power, so there is an AC to DC converter in every LED lamp, plus the driver circuit. In my previous video, link below, I made this AC to DC converter. As you can see, this is big, relatively expensive. A LED light bulb is small and cheap and have everything inside of it. Probably you notice that some lights, when switched off, fade slowly and others go out very quickly. As I said, the difference is in the capacitor. A capacitor is an energy storage device, so if there is an extra capacity, the stored power can help to fill smaller gaps in the main power supply. Here are a couple LED lamps. You can see there are small boards with very small parts on it. There is utterly not much room for improvements. Even the disassembling it is often difficult. I am sure there is high quality LED light solutions out there for a decent amount of money, of course, but my solution is cost effective because I used an old PC supply. Here it is, and here is one of my testing gadgets. This will help me in the demonstration. Let's start with this gadget. Here I can switch on the outlet. The neon light indicates the power. This switch also reverses polarity, in this case live and neutral. In some situations this is helpful. This black switch is the main player in this project. When I press it, nothing happens, just the neon light blinks. Both sides are on, but there is a little time in a milliseconds range when a power is cut off. So in the Star Wars manner of speaking, this dark switch brings disturbance in the force. Let's plug in a light bulb, LED light bulb, and as you can see, the light is flickering. The next step in this little demonstration is placing this box before the LED light. Let's do the test again. And now there is no flicker, and when I switch off the light after few seconds fading out. Inside this, of course, is an AC to DC converter, so the LED bulb is now fed with DC. At the beginning of the mass usage of the electricity, there was a big disagreement between Edison and Tesla on what to choose for main power grid, AC or DC. This doesn't point for Edison because DC power also can have disturbances. The point is, if the AC to DC converter is outside of the light bulb, then there are not many restrictions in the size. We can have a very robust solution. Let's check out what is inside this box. Not much is there, as you can see. I just strip this board and leave on the needed parts. This is schematic for a PC power supply, but I just use this small parts of it here in a bigger form. The supplies came in many variants, but basically most of them are very similar. An input is an AC to DC converter with various additional filtering and protection circuitry. This was lower class supply, so the switch is just on one side. Speaking about switching and switches, there are a couple good reasons to switch on and off this setup here. By here I mean on the AC side, because if we switch at the output, there is high voltage DC. DC power is way more difficult to switch. You can check out this by the data written on some switches. This is the less problem, because here is the power low auto. We can plug in here 10 or more bulbs, and this should work in a similar way. The bigger problem is the inrush current, because every time at the switching on we will have high current. I will talk about this little later. There is a fuse, another thing that we should have, but we not professionals tends to forget. And the PFC choke that is here actually before the fuse, also not very professional. This thing is important not just because of power factor correction, but because of inrush current. Inrush current is stressful event at the powering electric devices, basically very high current for a short period of time. If you want a device that won't die at a young age, you must limit the inrush current. Often this is done by a special NTC resistors like this. But I noticed that if there is PFC choker, then no such resistor is built in, because the choke coil prevents the fast rising of the current. Here is another choke, a common mode choke. This is for suppressing electric noise, usually in combination with a capacitor. Good to have. There is the diode bridge. Here is no selector switch, but the rest is similar. Two capacitors, in series because of higher voltage here. Each capacitor has bleeder resistors. The whole thing is a voltage divider, and in order to have half of the voltage on capacitors, they have to have more or less the same capacity. At the output, another special resistor, a varistor or voltage dependent resistor, protect the circuitry from high voltage spikes, better known as MOV, metal oxide varistor. A fan is not needed here, but the power outlet does, so here is on this adapter board. And now let's do some more tests. This one is very depending on input voltage. Don't have much self-regulation, unlike the first one. As you can see, there is little flicker remain. If we add a voltage regulation in this supply from 200 volts and up, could be used as a dimmable bulb, maybe another time. More important, I checked my setup with power meter, and there is a difference around 10% more power is consumed, but that much shouldn't cause a problem. The last one for now, this filament type 1. And this is only good for a demonstration of the inrush current. And this flash, what we saw was the inrush current. Inside is a capacitor with a bleeder resistor in parallel like this. The flash was because the charging of the empty capacitor, and this glowing is because the high value resistor led through small current. These bulbs are very popular and more expensive, but I think they are worth. Basically this is flickering all the time at 100 Hz. There are opinions that this is not good for health. This is for now. If this doesn't look very professional to you, this is because I am as far from an engineer as Austria from Australia. Thanks for watching.